action and perception. And, O Lord, give us strength and energy so that we may live lives of vitality, radiance, good health, and fulfilling good activities. O Master, grant us this boon. And we will chant a few mantras now for our newly elected executive. We recently held elections and we have a new executive and officers. This morning, as we pray through Havan for purification, for good health, for long life, and for inspired action, it is our prayer that our newly elected executive will continue to work diligently with the cooperation of each and everyone for the uplift of our mandir, for the progress of Sanatan Dharma, and for the promotion of the values that Swami Dayanand stood for and the Arya Samaj. Om Samani Prapa Sahavonna Bhaga Samane Yuktre Sahavo Yunajmi Samyam Chognim Saparyatara Nabhimiva Abhita Swaham. O members of our spiritual center, O leaders of our spiritual center, O newly installed executive, may you unite with one common purpose to uplift each and every one. May you come together in your deliberations, in your activities, like the spokes of a wheel that gives support to the entire wheel. May you work together for the promotion of the values of Arya Samaj, Sanatan Dharma, and our spiritual center. Om Samyo Manansi Samvrata Samakotir Nama Asmi Amiye Vivrata Stha Natanavaha Samnamaya Masi Swaha. O members of the newly installed executive, O members of our spiritual center, may your minds, actions, and resolutions be forced to yield unto the righteous path. May those actions that are not consistent with Dharma also be removed from your path ahead, and also may you continue to walk on the path of virtue and Dharma. Om Sam Samidhyavase Vrishannagne Vishwanarya Ilaspade Sam Samidhyase Sano Vasunya Bhara Swaha. He Paramatma, you are the omnipresent Lord. You are the creator and sustainer. The Vedas and the sages sing your praises. We, members of our spiritual center, humbly thank you for all the progress we have made in the past and for the blessed gift of life and guidance. May we, O Lord, continue to walk on the path of Dharma, and may you bless us with progress and sustained prosperity. Om Samgacchadvam Samvadadvam Sambo Manansi Janatam Deva Bhagam Yatha Purve Samjanana Upasate Swaha. O members of our spiritual center, O members of the newly elected executive, move towards one common goal. Speak pleasantly to each other, and let your minds be all of one accord to acquire knowledge of the Ved and all of the Shastras, Unlike the enlightened saints and sages of our ancient civilization, and those who exhibit exceptional behavior, you also perform your duties diligently, commit to working together for the uplift of our spiritual center, Arya Samaj, and Sanatan Dharma, and may you stay united and achieve your common desired goals. So we wish the newly elected executive all blessings of Paramatma. Yes. This mantra we are going to chant now contains the motto of the Arya Samaj, from which Swami Dayanand took from this mantra. This mantra is very powerful. It gives us a sense of direction as Arya Samaj. Om Indram Vardhantu Apturaha Krinvanto Vishwamaryam Apagnanto Anavnaha Swaha. O members of the executive, O members of Arya Samaj, O members of our spiritual center, O human being, propagate divine qualities of the Lord in this world and in your own personality. And may this world become a noble place by your example. Live in this world by fostering good qualities and removing miseries from the lives of others. We'll now continue to complete the Havan Yajna.
Thank you very much, Panadipak Ji, for those special mantras and for bringing the minds, the thoughts, and the emotions of the executive, focusing them towards their prescribed duties. Om Punahuti Udupaghara Jabhagahuti. Om Agnaye Swaha. Idam Agnaye Idanna Mama. Om Somaya
Swaha.
Idam Somaya
Idanna Mama.
Om Prajapataye
Swaha.
Idam Prajapataye
Idanna Mama.
Om Indraya
Swaha.
Idam Indraya
Idanna Mama.
Om Bhuragnaye
Swaha.
Idam Agnaye
Idanna Mama.
Om Bhuravayave
Swaha.
Idam Vayave
Idanna Mama.
Om Swaradityaya
Swaha.
Idam Adityaya
Idanna Mama.
Om Bhurbhuvah Swaragni Vayavaditebhyah
Swaha.
Idam Agni Vayavaditebhyah
Idanna Mama.
Atha Brahma Gayatri Savitri Guru Mantra. If I can ask all of you to clasp your hands, close your eyes and meditate upon Gayatri as we chant the mantras and we make offerings this morning. Om Bhurabhava Swaha Tatsaviturvarenyam Bhargo Devasya Dhimahi Dhiyo Yo Nah Prachodayat Swaha. Om Bhurabhuvah Swaha
Tatsaviturvarenyam
Bhargo Devasya Dhimahi Dhiyo Yo Nah Prachodayat Swaha. Om Bhurabhuvah Swaha
Tatsaviturvarenyam
Bhargo Devasya धीमहि धियो यो नः प्रचोदयात् स्वाहा. Shishtakrit ahuti, Mohan Bhog ahuti, offering cooked grains onto this fire. And as we move forward as a family, as a Mandir family, may whatever our desires for being here this morning, and as you make these ahutis, whatever are your desires, may God fulfill your desires for being here. Om Yadasya Karmanyotyarirecham Yadvanu Namiya Karam Agnishtat Shishtakrit Vidyat Sarvam Swishtam Sahutam Karotume Agnaye Shishtakrite Sahutahute Sarva Prayaschittahutinam Kamanam Samardhaitre Sarvanah Kaman Samardhaya
Swaha. Idamagne Swishtakrite Idan na mama.
Silent offering on the Prajapati. We say Om verbally and Prajapati non-verbally and Swaha. Om Swaha. Idam Prajapataye
Idan na mama.
Punahuti. We ask you to stand as we make the final three offerings. Sarvan Vai Purinam Swaha. That all is perfect and all is complete. And indeed, all is final and all is complete. And as we come to the end of this yajna, whatever degree of perfection this yajna has had, may that degree of perfection be a part of all our lives, in particular, the members of the executive. Om Sarvanve Purinam Swaha. Om Sarvanve Purinam Swaha. Om Sarvanve Purinam Swaha. Mukha Sparsha. Take a little ghee with our index finger, smear it in our palms, put it over the fire, take the heat and energy from this fire and pass it over our entire body, and may the heat and energy from this fire radiate in our entire personality. Om Tanupa Agneyasi
Tanvam me pahi.
Om Ayurda Agneyasi
Ayur me dehi.
Om Varchoda Agneyasi
Varcho me dehi.
Om Agneyan me Tanva
Onam tanma aprena.
Om Midha me Deva
Savita adadhatu.
Om Midha me Devi
Saraswati adadhatu.
Om Midha me Ashvina
Devavadhattam pushkarasrajau.
Angasparsha
Om Vakshama apyayatam. Om Pranashama apyayatam. Om Chakshushama apyayatam. Om Shrotram Chama apyayatam. Om Yashobalam Chama apyayatam.
Thank you very much. You may resume your seats. पूजनीय प्रभु हमारे यज्ञ गीत
पूजनीय प्रभु हमारे भाव उज्जवल कीजिए छोड़ देवे छल कपट को मानसिक बल दीजिए वेद की गाए रचाए सत्य को धारण करे हर्ष में हो मग्न सारे शोक सागर से तरे अश्वमेधादिक रचाए यज पर उपकार को धर्म मर्यादा चला कर लाभ दे संसार को लाभकारी हो हवन हर जीवधारी के लिए वायु जल सर्वत्र हो शुभ गंध को धारण किए स्वार्थ भाव मिटे हमारा प्रेम पथ विस्तार हो इदन मम का सार्थक प्रत्येक में व्यवहार हो हाथ जोड़ झुकाए मस्तक हाथ जोड़ झुकाए मस्तक वंदना हम कर रहे नाथ करुणा रूप करुणा आपकी सब पर रहे प्रभु आपकी सब पर रहे प्रभु आपकी सब पर रहे ओम सर्वे भवन्तु सुखिनः सर्वे सन्तु निरामयाः सर्वे भद्राणि पश्यन्तु मा कश्चित् दुःखभाग् भवेत् हे ईश सब सुखी हो कोई न हो दुखारी सब हो निरोग भगवन धन धान्य के भंडारी सब भद्र भाव देखे सन्मार्ग के पथिक हो दुखिया न कोई होवे सृष्टि में प्राणधारी सब सुखी हो
We pray that, O Lord, that may all be happy, may no one be afflicted with any kind of pain or any kind of illness. May we all see auspiciousness, and may no one experience any kind of misery in their lives. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. At this time, we will invite our General Secretary for the next 2 years, Pananiraji, to be our Sabhapati for today. Pananiraji.
Namaste, Pandit Prakash and Pandit Deepak ji, for leading in such a wonderful Havan this morning. And namaste, mothers, fathers, and brothers and sisters and Pandits in our congregation today. Today, well, I would say, reflecting on the few weeks that have passed, we've had wonderful celebrations so far for Swami Dayanand's birthday, Janam Divas to Shivratri, and then last week we also celebrated Holi here, which had a wonderful turnout and wonderful vibration leading into Monday's culminating ceremony for Holi, and it really feels like spring out there. Today I almost walked out the house without a jacket, but that's to tell you, the vibration and the energy that we've created for Holi was really amazing, and I want to thank all of you who supported those functions. To begin today's program, I will ask Pandit Prakash ji and Bhai Paris to recite the 10 principles of the Arya Samaj. We started this initiative as this year is the 200th birth anniversary of Swami Dayanand Saraswati ji. But I think this is now going to be a common occurrence every Sunday morning, where we recite the 10 principles of Arya Samaj, reminding ourselves of the tenets of this Samaj and what makes us unique as a Samaj. Over now to Pandit Prakash ji and Bhai Paris.
Namaste. Thank you. I have it. No, just try to tell you what's left. I try to tell you when I was. Let me get it. Grab me a microphone.
आर्य समाज के 10 नियम। सब सत्य विद्या और जो पदार्थ विद्या से जाने जाते हैं उन सब का आदि मूल परमेश्वर है। That's the first principle.
First principle: God is the primary cause of all spiritual and physical sciences and of everything known through their means.
द्वितीय नियम: ईश्वर सच्चिदानंद स्वरूप, निराकार, सर्वशक्तिमान, न्यायकारी, दयालु, अजन्मा, अनंत, निर्विकार, अनादि, अनुपम, सर्वधार, सर्वेश्वर, सर्वव्यापक, सर्व अंतर्यामी, अजर, अमर, अभय, नित्य, पवित्र और सृष्टिकर्ता है। उसी की उपासना करनी योग्य है।
Second principle: God is existent, intelligent, and blissful. He's formless, omnipotent, just, kind, unborn, endless, unchangeable, beginless, unequaled, the support of all, the Lord of all, omnipresent, immanent, unaging, immortal, fearless, eternal, holy, and the creator of the universe. He alone should be communed with.
तृतीय नियम: वेद सब सत्य विद्याओं का पुस्तक है। वेद का पढ़ना पढ़ाना, सुनना सुनाना सब आर्यों का परम धर्म है।
The third principle: Vedas is the scriptures of all true knowledge. Reading, teaching, hearing, and reciting the Vedas is the first duty of all Aryans.
चतुर्थ नियम: सत्य को ग्रहण करने और असत्य को छोड़ने में सर्वदा उद्यत रहना चाहिए।
Fourth principle: One should always be prepared to accept truth and reject falsehood.
पंचम नियम: सब काम धर्मानुसार अर्थात सत्य और असत्य को विचार करके करने चाहिए।
Fifth principle: All work should be done in keeping with righteousness after due reflection over right and wrong.
षष्ठ नियम: संसार का उपकार करना इस समाज का मुख्य उद्देश्य है, अर्थात शारीरिक, आत्मिक और सामाजिक उन्नति करना है।
Sixth principle: To do good to the whole world is the main objective of this Samaj, to improve the physical, spiritual, and social states of human experience.
सप्तम नियम: सबसे प्रीति पूर्वक धर्म अनुसार यथा योग्य बरतना चाहिए।
Seventh principle: One should have dealings with all in accordance with love, law, and propriety.
अष्टम नियम: अविद्या का नाश और विद्या की वृद्धि करनी चाहिए।
Eighth principle: One should always promote knowledge and dispel ignorance.
नवम नियम: प्रत्येक को अपनी ही उन्नति में संतुष्ट न रहना चाहिए, किंतु सबकी उन्नति में अपनी उन्नति समझनी चाहिए।
Ninth principle: No one should remain content with his or her own prosperity, Individual prosperity should be considered in the prosperity of all.
दशम नियम, सब मनुष्यों को सामाजिक सर्वहितकारी नियम पालने में परतंत्र रहना चाहिए और प्रत्येक हितकारी नियम में सब स्वतंत्र रहे.
10th and final principle. Everyone should be bound in the following altruistic social rules. However, in matters relating to personal welfare, all should be free. And those are the 10 principles of the Arya Samaj, or I like to say the 10 pillars of our Samaj.
Thank you very much.
Namaste.
Thank you, Pandit Prakashji and Bhai Paris, for reciting the 10 principles for us. We will now have a bhajan by Sohan, our newly elected president.
Thank you and namaste everyone. Think of not what Samaj can do for us, but for whatever little we can do to make our Samaj better, to make our members better. And so all the accolades ends today and the work begins. Thank you very much for this opportunity for all of us to serve for the next 2 years and to do whatever little we can, as I said before, to make our Samaj a much better place than our previous executive left it. I mean, it's great, but so it means that we have to come up with new ideas and we have to have a vision, as Pandit Deepak said a few weeks ago. I remember that very clearly. We have to have a vision of where we want to move the Samaj. And as we join with our youths today in leading this satsang, where we can leave it for our youths to take over. So, thank you very much. करके स्वीकार प्रभु मेरे गीत मरे कर दो करके स्वीकार प्रभु मेरे गीत मरे कर दो बन जाओ मीत मेरी ये प्रीत मरे कर दो करके स्वीकार प्रभु मेरे गीत मरे कर दो इस महिमा में जग में है लाखों यहाँ बंधन तक हार गया हूँ मैं सह करते उत्पीड़न आया हूँ द्वार तेरे मेरी जीत मरे कर दो आया हूँ द्वार तेरे मेरी जीत मरे कर दो करके स्वीकार प्रभु मेरे गीत मरे कर दो जग ने चीना मुझसे मुझ जो भी लगा प्यारा सब जीत किया मुझसे मैं हरदम ही हारा दर्शन देकर प्रभु अब मेरी दृष्टि अमर कर दो दर्शन देकर प्रभु अब मेरे दृष्टि अमर कर दो करके स्वीकार प्रभु मेरे गीत अमर कर दो बन जाओ मीत मेरे ये प्रीत अमर कर दो ये प्रीत अमर कर दो ये प्रीत अमर कर दो
Thank you very much, Bhai Sohanji, for that wonderful bhajan. I would now like to invite Sri Vidya Deo. He has written some books, some dharmic books, and I think it's not very often that we get someone of this status to visit our mandir and have the opportunity to learn from them. So we'll just give him some 5 minutes due to time, but we really wanted to hear from him. So over to you, Vaji.
Vaidik Satya Sanatan Dharm ki. Let's do it one more time. Vaidik Satya Sanatan Dharm ki. Thank you very much. Congratulations to the president and new executive of this Samaj. Thank you for having me here. I have published a couple of books. You have a handout coming around. There are 8 of them there. I try to prepare books for you to learn, for people to learn the Devanagari script, the Hindi alphabet. That's all we need to do. And I also wrote some books on Hindu civilization, Hindu way of life. So those are the books there. This year we're celebrating 200 years for Swamiji. Also, I'm celebrating 110 years for my father, who was the president of the Clonbrook and Unity Arya Samaj. Today also, I have to leave shortly. Arya Samaj USA is celebrating 100 years for Pandit Biswin Dayal. All these books are available at Amazon. I have a few copies there if you're interested. Before I go, you can see me. Now, if you look at the handout there, I gave you the Hindu calendar. This is the 2nd edition. This is the 2nd edition, and Monday was Pagwa, but Tuesday was Hindu New Year, according to the Kali, 5,126. The Indian calendar go according to the Vikram calendar, and they put New Year as 9th of April. So it depends on what calendar you use. I also put the books there and I have some information there on different kinds of calendar. The one they use now, the English one, was produced by the Catholic Bishop Gregory in 1582. So we use things that are just recent. If you turn the page, the book there is Dharm Hind Satsang by Sri Vijayadeo. That's my title is Bipat. People know me as Bipat, but this is my author's. My first name, Vijayadeo, and Sri has nothing to do with Sri Ram or Sri Krishna, but it's Mr. in Hindi. And I have at the bottom there, Brahm and Dev Yajna for a healthy body, stable mind, and a cheerful spirit. Why would our ancestors tell us to live 100 years if we cannot live in a healthy body, in a stable mind, with a cheerful spirit? I am proposing that Brahm and Dev Yajna is what they told us to use. and we should be using according to that. Those are the two of the 5 daily duties. You should do it morning and afternoon. But at least if you can do it one time a day, that's good enough. So this book, and I produced 2 copies, 2 edition. One is the abridged edition, and the other one is the expanded edition. They're all available on Amazon. One only has the English script. The other one has both the English script and the Devanagari script. So those who can use the Hindi can also. If you look at the 8th book I produced there, go back to the green page, the second page. I have a book, An Introduction to American Hindi. Now, the Hindi used in British India and British Guyana was British Hindi. What they did, they tried to fit the 26 letters, they tried to fit the 46 letters of the Hindi alphabet. And what they did, they used a lot of lines on top of it. Like a U with a line at the top means OO. Instead of saying AY, they say E. I with a line at the top means EE. So what I've done in my books, this 2 book here, I've removed those lines and I put the word as it should be pronounced. Let's look at the contents quickly. If you look at the contents there, I have Bhajan shortened form. I have invocation, which is from the Yajur and Yajurved and Rigved. I have Sandhya there, shortened version. I have a bit of yoga. I put pranayam and asanas, but I didn't put in yama, niyama, pratihara, dharana, dhyana, and samadhi. I didn't include that. I have the universal devotion. I have stuti, prarthana, upasana. All of this is in shortened form. I have swasti vachanam, also in shortened form. Shanti karnam, shiva sankalp in shortened form. A universal prayer, and swadhyay, self-study. We don't have schools to go to. You have to study for yourself. So add a little bit there as that you can use. I also included, if you look at the appendix, I included everything in full. You know, the Stuti Prarthana, the Sandhya, I put everything in full. So that's my little bit. 5 minutes, you can't say much, but thank you a lot for having me here. I have to go back to Arya Samaj USA. I have a presentation there also. So if you need any of the books that's there, and any of these, one of them is available on Amazon, but I don't have copies. But the first one I have copies. If you're interested, kindly see me. In another few minutes, I'll be leaving. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Shri Vidya Deoji. Next, we will have a bhajan by Pandit Siram. So if he can make his way up to the stage, please.
Namaste. I would sing today a very simple bhajan. Everyone should know it. You can go to the Atma Gita. I would not give an explanation because it is there in the Atma Gita. Om सूर की गति में क्या जानूं, एक भजन करना जानूं। सुर की गति में क्या जानूं, एक भजन करना जानूं। मर्म भजन का भी अति गहरा, उसको भी मैं क्या जानूं। प्रभु 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 रटना जानूं, प्रभु 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 रटना जानूं। नैन जल झरना जानूं, सुर की गति में क्या जानूं। एक भजन करना जानूं। फुलवारी लख लोग जगत के झूम झूम के गाते हैं। फुलवारी लख लोग जगत के झूम झूम के गाते हैं। जब पूछा क्या कुछ पाती हूँ, जब पूछा क्या पाते हूँ, बोल उठे मैं क्या जानूं। फुलवारी के फूल फूल कर जिसके गुण नित गाते हैं। फुलवारी के फूल फूल कर जिसके गुण नित गाते हैं। उसके गुण गाऊं तो पूछे, उसके गुण गाऊं तो पूछे, क्यों 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 मैं क्या जानूं। सुर की गति में क्या जानूं। एक भजन करना जानूं। गुण गाए गुण गाए प्रभु न्यायन छोड़े, फिर क्यों तुम गुण गाते हो। फिर क्यों तुम गुण गाते हो। मैं बोला मैं प्रेम दीवाना, मैं बोला मैं प्रेम दीवाना, इतने बातें क्या जानूं। सुर की गति में क्या जानूं। एक भजन करना जानूं। अधम शिरो मणि कौन जगत में, जब यहाँ को चला ये है। अधम शिरो मणि कौन जगत में, जब यहाँ को चलाई है। वो तज जो यह पद भी पावी, मोतज जो यह पद भी पाई, और कौन मैं क्या जानूं, सुर की गति में क्या जानूं, एक भजन करना जानूं, सुर की गति में क्या जानूं.
Thank you very much, Pandit Siramji, for that wonderful bhajan. When I asked Pandit Siram to sing, he said he forgot his books at home, what he wanted to sing. But you know, Pandit Siram always brings us some very unique old bhajans that you know are really valuable, and we always love to hear them, even if the musicians can't catch the tune. Still to hear them and to you know revive them as Vedic bhajans. You know. It's always really nice to hear from you, Pandit Sriram. So thank you. Thank you. Next, we'll go into our announcements by Sagar. Will give the announcements. But I want to say to all of you who came to Mandir today, thank you so much for coming. It's been a while since we've had an audience like this, you know, on a regular Sunday morning. It kind of feels like the times before COVID. So again, thank you all, and it's also wonderful to see so many young ones here. I don't think I can be considered too much of a youth anymore. So younger ones like Bhai Pavesh and his brother, and the other ones in the audience. Want to say a special namaste to you all, and welcome. Over to Bhai Sagar.
Thank you very much, Pandit Neeraj, and namaste, everyone. Once again, let me take this opportunity on behalf of the Arya Spiritual Center to welcome all of you here today who are here in Mandir and those who are watching online. We had a really busy calendar this month, and as you heard by Neeraj mentioned earlier, we concluded the holy celebrations, and you'll hear from me that the holy celebrations continue because we have the Pagwa parade, and I'll give you those dates. But in terms of our normal recurring programs that we have here at the Mandir, we meet here every Sunday morning at 9 a.m. And I just want to remind you that next week, Sunday, is our Pagwa parade. We're going to have a very short program here at Mandir. We ask that all of you who are available to join us in Richmond Hill at Pandit Ramlal's Way. We have a float. If you can help us volunteer to help decorate the float and join us in the parade, it's going to be a grand. I think the weather is going to be fabulous. So come and join us. We expect thousands and thousands of people, as we do every year, come and celebrate in the streets of Richmond Hill, Little Guyana. So please come and join us on Sunday, right on Pandit Ramlal's Way, right across from Sybil's, right? That's where the floats are going to be parked, and that's where you will meet us. Most of us, the team, by Naro, myself, we are normally there from 9 o'clock in the morning. So just to let you know that services next week, Sunday, will be very short. It'll be a short program. There'll be no pravachan, and then you can join us in Richmond Hill to join the parade. Also, the following week, we're going to have the Multi-Kun Hawan at the land. So there will be no services here on that date, on the 14th. So make note of those two dates, please. 7th, we have a short program here at the Mandir. On the 14th, we want all of us to meet at the land for the Multi-Kun Hawan. And I'll go a little more into details of that. But other than that, we meet here every Sunday morning at 9 a.m. We also have weekly satsangs here every Thursday night. Well, I'm sorry, not every Thursday night via Zoom, conducted by Pandit Deepakji. If you would like to join that program or join that that satsang, please contact Pandit Deepak or a member of the executive committee. We normally post the password and ID code on our chat group. So we can always send you a reminder. I know Pandit Deepakji has a flyer that goes out that has all that information. So if you're not in that loop, please let us know, and we can share that information with you so you can join his program every Thursday. We also have two groups that meets on a on a monthly basis. We have the Mahila group and we have the youths that meet once a month. We didn't have a youth group meeting this month in March, but hope to have one in April. And the Mahila meets once a month. If you would like to join that group, please contact Panita Nirvani, and she would share that information with you. Also, we want to thank everyone who has been giving donations to the Mandir. And as you know, since COVID, we've introduced a couple of more online solutions for you to contribute to the Mandir. One of them is PayPal, and if you want to contribute online through PayPal, you can, we have a QR code where it takes you right into our account, and you can contribute money. The other solution is Zelle. You can contribute money through Zelle, and Zelle, our account there is our email account, aryaspiritualcenter@gmail.com. Please note the spelling of center, CENTRE. It's not CENTR. So if you're sending money to us, please make sure you have the right code. I have to tell you, Zelle, be very careful when you're sending money through Zelle, because yesterday I received some funds in error through Zelle, and they had to pull it back because they must have put in a wrong phone number. It's very quick, it goes through. So if you make a mistake, you got to pull it back. So be careful if you're sending money through Zelle. Be careful how you're sending it. If you would like to communicate to the Samaj, I just mentioned Arya Spiritual Center at gmail.com. Please note again, center is spelled CENTRE. We also want to let you know that the Mandir is available for rentals for special occasions. We do have a number of special occasions coming up at the Mandir. So if you would like to do that, please contact a member of the executive committee, and we will be more happy to talk to you about those items. Now, in terms of save the dates, I did mention. Let me go back in here. Okay, so we're coming up with the Pagwa Parade, which is going to be on April 7th. But we have a 1 week long celebration of celebrating the foundation of Arya Samaj. It's the 149th year of celebrating the foundation of Arya Samaj. And it's a week long celebration starting on Saturday, April 6th at 6 p.m. at the Gurukul. So please make note of that. Next, we're going to be meeting here at the Arya Spiritual Center at 7 p.m. There's a flyer that's going around, so you can see that. But we invite all of you to come. I have to tell you, I was really surprised to see so many of you come out and join us for Pagwa. We had approximately 50 plus here celebrating Pagwa on a Monday night. It was really, really nice. I want us to do the same for our Samaj Foundation. Please come out, tell your friends, invite your neighbors. Please let them come and join us here on April 10th at 7 p.m. On Thursday, we are meeting at our Samaj USA in Richmond Hill. And by the way, there's a flyer out there with all these dates. They're meeting at 7 p.m. Next, we are meeting at the Bronx, Arya Samaj, which is on April 12th at 7 p.m. Next, on Saturday, we are meeting on Arya Samaj Inc., which is the Hillside Samaj, 15022 Hillside, at 3 p.m. on Saturday. And culminating on Sunday with the Multikun Yajna at the land. So we invite all of you to come and join us. Tell your friends again and your family to join us on Sunday, April 14th at 9 a.m. We are assembling at 9 a.m. We would like to start on time. If you want to come there a little earlier and get set up, bring your own utensils and your own hawan, everything for your hawan, and come with your family and join us on April 14th. I'm not going to go. There's only one more item we have scheduled for April, and that's the Ram Navami, which is on Tuesday, April 16th. Stay tuned for more information on that. So those are all the announcements I have. Once again, I want to thank the entire team for coordinating and celebrating Holi here at the Mandir. It was a grand celebration. We want to thank everyone who made that possible. Thank you and namaste.
Thank you, Bhai Sagar, for those announcements. And Auntie Devi, who is the president of the UASF, was telling me that in honor of the 200 years of Swami Dayanand, for Foundation Day for the Multikun Hawan, we're hoping to have 200 Hawan Kuns. So if we can please get out there on 14th, April 14th, to celebrate, that would be a great thing to meet our goal. Now for our pravachan this morning would be no other than Pandit Deepak ji. I want to thank Pandit Deepak because I gave him a bit of short notice. I think I called him yesterday morning to ask if he can do the pravachan for this morning. And I see he has slides and everything prepared, very well prepared. So I want to thank you, Pandit Deepak ji. And the Brahma Asan is yours. Thank you.
Namaste, everybody. And thank you, Bhai Neeraj. Let us all stand. We're going to sing the chorus of Yaha Om Ka Jhanda. This is the song we sing when we're raising the Om flag. And it's a very powerful song. It says, when we see this Om flag being hoisted, and when we see Om, we know that Paramatma, God, is radiating his beautiful blessings all around. Yaha Om ka jhanda aata hai, Yaha Om ka jhanda aata hai, sone walo जाग चलो, सोने वालों जाग चलो, यहाँ ओम का झंडा आता है, यहाँ ओम का झंडा आता है, सोने वालों जाग चलो, सोने वालों जाग चलो, यहाँ ओम का झंडा आता है, यहाँ ओम का झंडा आता है, सोने वालों जाग चलो, सोने वालों जाग चलो, सोने वालों जाग चलो। आर्य वीरों
जागो,
आर्य समाज की
जय,
सच्चे सनातन वैदिक धर्म की
जय।
जय। Thank you. You could take your seats now. Pandit Siramji, Pandit Prakashji, newly elected president of our spiritual center by Sohanji, mothers, fathers, brothers and sisters. I thank you very much for gracing us here at Mandir, our spiritual center, and a special welcome to all of our viewers on the live stream, which is going out on Facebook and YouTube. This morning, you heard that we had a beautiful Phagwa, a holy celebration recently, last Monday, and the vibrations were very high. We have another high vibration celebration coming up, as Bhai Sagar mentioned to you. That is our Samaj Sthapna Divas, the foundation day or the birthday. The birthday, it's a birthday we're going to be celebrating on April 10th. So friends, this morning I would like to just share with you a small presentation related to the Arya Samaj. Om Yam Medham Devagana पितरश्चोपासते तयामामद्य मेधयाग्ने मेधा विनं कुरु So my presentation this morning is based on the 9th principle of the Arya Samaj. Now, every week at Satsang and all our functions, we read the 10 principles of the Arya Samaj in Hindi and in English. Who knows what the 9th principle says? Anybody knows it? Or can just tell me what it says? Okay, so I will put it up on the screen so that you all can see it. But before that, what is Arya Samaj? What is Arya Samaj? Well, we have two simple ideas given here. You want? Let's all read the first one. The society. Everybody together. Society. Good and noble people. And yes, just a little bit of technical upgrade here. It's good. Yeah, okay. So let's read the first one again. Arya Samaj is. And the second one? Movement for creating a better world. This is generally what Arya Samaj is about. So we will continue. I want to ask you now, what Arya Samaj is not? It's a strange question. But what it is not, first one, it is not a new religion. Arya Samaj is not a new religion. Arya Samaj is not a religion. Arya Samaj is society or movement. You will hear people say, where does new thing come out from? Where does Namaste come out from? Where Hawan come out from? We're doing something. But Arya Samaj is not new. Arya Samaj is old. It went back and bring back the old things, the Vedic things. Is it a sect or a subgroup of Hinduism? No. Arya Samaj is not a sect. A sect is that which has a founder, and everybody pays homage to that founder, and that founder's teachings, whatever the founder says, that is what the sect does. Is the Arya Samaj like that? No. The founder of Arya Samaj is Swami Dayananda. What did he say to follow? His words or what he said? Ved. He says, follow the Ved. Back to the Ved. In a way, we follow him because he was all about all his life and teachings were about the Ved. So he didn't put himself as any great founder or person. Is Arya Samaj a cult where you worship the founder? What would your answer be? No. Is it a club? No. Is it a mandir or a temple? Bobby says yes. Is the Arya Samaj a mandir? We have mandirs. We have built mandirs. We worship in mandirs. We congregate in mandirs. But is the Arya Samaj a mandir? No, it's a movement. The other M, not mandir. And is the Arya Samaj a small organization in India? Is the Arya Samaj to be found only in India? No, look, we have Arya Samaj right here. All the countries, all over the world, you have Arya Samaj. So it's not a small organization only in India. So let's come to the ninth principle now. Here is the ninth principle in Hindi. Follow with me. प्रत्येक को, everybody say this, प्रत्येक को अपनी ही उन्नति से संतुष्ट न रहना चाहिए, किंतु सबकी उन्नति में, there's an error in the Hindi, अपनी उन्नति समझनी चाहिए. And what does that mean? It's right here. I'm missing a slide. Anyway, it says, one should not be content with his own prosperity, but should consider his prosperity in the prosperity of all. In other words, that is saying, we all should not be happy if we are happy only. We should be happy and then try to make others happy. We should not say, I am happy, so everything is fine. It doesn't matter what my neighbor's problem is, anybody else, I'm happy, that's okay, I'm fine. No, Swamiji says, this is not the Sanatan Dharma. The true Sanatan Dharma, the true Vedic Dharma is try to do as much as you can to improve the circumstances of everybody as far as you can do. So it's very important to understand, first of all, we have to progress. We have to be prosperous. We have to have success. Because Swamiji says, one should not be contented with his own happiness and own progress and own success. In other words, we are assuming that you are happy, you are progressive, you are successful. And then you need to help others to be like that. So this happiness, this success can only come, the success of all can only come if we have, what's the key word? Teamwork. And this mandir is a good example of how when we have teamwork, we have success. We get prosperity. When we all come together and work for the common good, work for the common cause, when we adopt and own the goal, when we create a sense of belonging, that what is happening in this mandir is yours. It's not only by Sagar, it's not only by Sohan, it's not by Neeraj's, it's not by Pandit Bharat. It is everybody's. When we succeed, you all succeed. So we need teamwork. And my dear friends, you all are members of our spiritual center. The new executive and the new president and officers are depending on us, the ordinary members. They are depending on us to take the organization forward, to build a beautiful satsang on Sunday mornings where all families could come and worship and feel happy, to build other programs where we all can work together. So what we need for that? Teamwork. Work as a team, like a football team. Look at the IPL where these teams now, they're so welded together, they are so strongly knitted together that they create beautiful matches and we enjoy the matches, but it's only because of their teamwork. Teamwork. So when we have teamwork, what we will get? And when your team wins, what happens? You get the trophy. The trophy of success. The trophy of prosperity. The trophy of progress. The trophy of happiness. And everybody are happy and proud to touch the trophy and say, I worked for this. I helped in this. I am part of this. I feel fulfilled by being part of this. So teamwork and success will come. There's in the Atharva Ved, we did that mantra this morning, and I would like you all to remember this word, Nabhim Eva. The word Nabhi, we do it in the Sandhya, Nabhi. Anybody can tell me what Nabhi means? Nabhi, Bhai Kishan knows it. Om Nabhi. This, when we touch, what we touch? Navel. And Nabhim is the same word, Nabhi. Nabhi is considered, navel is considered to be the center of the body. The center point. Like the axle in a wheel. In Nabhi, the other meaning of Nabhi besides navel is axle. That middle point in the wheel where all these, what come together and connect to the midpoint. The spokes, take a bicycle wheel. Even a car wheel has that same kind of configuration. All of the spokes come from the circumference and they join at the middle, the center. And that center is the strength. Whenever that axle is broken, those who have vehicles and so, when the axle is broken, what happens? The wheel can't go forward. So the nabhi, the center point of anything, has to be strong. And what is the nabhi or the center point of the mandir? What is the nabhi of the mandir? The leadership. The leadership is buttressed, is given strength by the spokes. And we all are the spokes. And the spokesperson as well. We all are like a spoke giving strength. See how many spokes in a bicycle it has? To give that bicycle strength at the middle, many spokes. Each one of you is a spoke in the wheel. When one spoke is broken, it starts to get a little shaky. If 3 spokes are broken, it wouldn't break down yet, but it gets even more shaky. When 5 spokes out of 20 is broken, it starts to sag a little bit. The movement begins to go. And when 10 spokes are broken, what happens? Well, you're on the verge of collapse. Friends, every member of our spiritual center has to be strong. Not only the pundits, not only the president, everybody has to be strong. As Swami Dayanand says, every person has to learn Hawan. Not only the pundits, every person has to learn Sandhya. Every person has to learn what is Sanatana Dharma. Then this will be strong. Krinvanto Vishwamaryam. By your own example, lead. So, brothers and sisters, friends, the Arya Samaj requires this strength at the center, strength at the circumference, and strength of the connecting rods, the spokes. Everything has to be strong. So we have to focus on all of that. I encourage all of us, be strong. Let us be firm. Let us be strong. Well, there you have the wheel. See how many spokes this wheel has? And the wheel looks so beautiful and it's strong. You can now put it in the bicycle and take a ride. Just so we have to be strong spokes in this wheel. Why we need to be strong? Because, and this 10th principle really is about this concept, that the world is one big family. Sanatan Dharma does not see the world as believers and non-believers. We don't divide the world as the saved and the unsaved. We don't divide the world in you belong to our religion and the other people are separate from us. Sanatan Dharma always takes a holistic view that this world is really one family. We become divided because of sectarian beliefs and so on, Swami Dayanand said. But we are really one family, and our Supreme Father, our Paramatma, is the Lord. So this is why we cannot say, if we are happy, all is well. I don't care about what happened to the neighbor or my friends. Or no, this is not the approach. This is not the perspective. This is not the view of Sanatana Dharma. We have to be concerned about people in general. This is why Swami Dayanand always said, Krinvanto Vishwamaryam. Not only make Hindus noble, he didn't say not to make Hindus noble or to make Indians noble. He went to the Veda and he says, Krinvanto Vishwam. Vishwa means Vishwa, world. The whole world, the universe. So Arya Samaj is a teaching that says we have to work for society. The spiritual, the social, and the material uplift of everyone. 4, no one is an island. You can't say, I will live separate and I would mix with nobody. I would have no friends. I will have a little island and I'm living there and that I'm happy there and that's fine. That's not how the world operates now. Nobody is an island, therefore we belong to organizations, we belong to societies, we belong to mandirs or churches or mosques, whatever, because people need people. Man is a social being, and therefore we have to cultivate bonds amongst ourselves as a human family. So, Samgacchatam, we have to progress, we have to walk together. Not one behind the other. Side by side, we all have to move. This is why we say, when you come here, bring your book. When you come to Mandir, walk with a book. The Pandit has to make sure that not he alone knows the Havan. Everybody is moving side by side. Everybody is chanting together. Samgacchatam. Walk together. Read together. Sing together. Chant together. Eat together, you will see, is very important as well. Well, I see Deepak shaking head here. He must be getting a little hungry now. I'm coming to the end just, Deepak, don't worry too much. So, friends, our ancient Indian Sanatan civilization was strong up to the time when we were moving together, when the Ved had everybody under its umbrella. That's before the Mahabharata war. Post, when that big war happens, you may know or you may not know, then people separate. Small different sects and groups and gurus and books cause people to separate, and we became weak. When you separate like that, you become weak. And what happened when you become weak? What happened when people became weak? What happened? Invaders, people from outside come and start to take over. Invaders, because we were not united to fight. And there's a whole long history of what happened afterwards. Walk together. Progress together. Samgacchadham. There is no room for being stationary in Arya Samaj. And this is a very important point. Arya Samaj is not doing the same thing over and over again for years. Arya Samaj is not, you coming to Hawa Mandir for 10 years, but you didn't learn the Hawan yet. Or for 20 years, or for 30 years. This is not Arya Samaj. Arya Samaj is constant walking. Walking means movement, progress. Not only in Mandir, but wherever you are in your life, in your personal life, there must be continuous movement. And it also says, Samgachadam samvadadvam. Samvadadvam means speak nice to people. Learn to communicate effectively, pleasantly, and harmoniously. When leaders can foster that, and when members can have that same approach, then we have less friction, because everybody knows what he means. When he says this, we understand. And he means what he says. He doesn't say something, he meaning the leader or whoever, he doesn't say one thing and he mean another thing. No, he's very straightforward. It comes from the heart. Samvadadvam, your speech. Speech can, the way we speak and interact in terms of communicating can bind us together, can make us strong. That can also cause divisiveness, division, separation, disenchantment, frustration, the way we speak. Therefore, the mantra says, Samgachadam, Samvaradvam, Sambhumanansi, Janatam. And brothers and sisters, there's one last thought I will share with you this morning. Kevalari, Kevalagho Bhavati. What these people are doing here in that picture, what are they doing? They're sharing food. They're sharing a meal. They are joining together. The Ved says, he who eats, and the Gita reflects the same thing. He who eats alone eats. He who eats alone eats. Is a very strong word. Eats negativity, eats toxin. This is why in our culture we always like to share. What we share in Mandir and in your home when somebody comes, we always like to share a meal. I remember when I was small, as soon as family come, my mother put up the pot. If there's no food, put up the pot already. In our Mandirs, we have a meal. I don't know for churches and mosques and so on. I don't know if it happens, but I know of a few churches where I found out they don't have a meal. A few. I don't know for all. They don't have a meal for every satsang. Hindus believe that food is a very powerful way of creating bonds, sharing, strengthening relationships. Very, very powerful. And so the Vedic injunction, the Gita's injunction, whatever you have in terms of food, share some with somebody else. Well, I seem to have ended on the correct point there for Deepak. That was on the point of food. So with that, I say thank you so much, and thank you for your attention, and God bless the new executive to do wonderful works in this Monday. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Pandit Deepak, for such a wonderful pravachan, truly. Very, very well put together on such short notice, and a very relevant message for us this morning. Samgachadvam, samvadatvam, samvomanansi janatam. So let us all remember to stick together and move forward. Most importantly, move forward together. With that brings us to the end of our satsang this morning. Let's all stand for Arti and Shantipat. Om Jai Jagadish Hare Swami Jai Jagadish Hare भक्त जनों के संकट भक्त जनों के संकट क्षण में दूर करे ओम जय जगदीश हरे जो ध्यावे फल पावे दुख विन से मन का स्वामी दुख विन से मन का सुख संपत्ति घर आवे सुख संपत्ति घर आवे कष्ट मिटे तन का ओम जय जगदीश हरे विषय विकार मिटावो पाप हरो देवा स्वामी पाप हरो देवा श्रद्धा भक्ति बढ़ाओ श्रद्धा भक्ति बढ़ाओ संतन की सेवा ओम जय जगदीश हरे जय जगदीश हरे स्वामी जय जगदीश हरे भक्त जनों के संकट भक्त जनों के संकट क्षण में दूर करे ओम जय जगदीश हरे ओम जय जगदीश हरे ओम जय जगदीश हरे अथ शांति पाठः ओम द्यौः शान्तिरन्तरिक्षं शान्तिः पृथिवी शान्तिरापः शान्तिः रोषधयः शान्तिः वनस्पतयः शान्तिर्विश्वे देवाः शान्तिर्ब्रह्मा शान्तिः सर्वं शान्तिः शान्तिरेव शान्तिः सामा शान्तिरेधि ओम शांति 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 प्रेम से बोलो ओमकार भगवान की जय प्रेम से बोलो मर्यादा पुरुषोत्तम श्री रामचंद्र की जय प्रेम से बोलो योगेश्वर श्री कृष्ण चंद्र की जय प्रेम से बोलो जगत गुरु महर्षि स्वामी दयानंद की जय प्रेम से बोलो वेदा माता की जय आर्य समाज वेद की ज्योति जलती रहे ओम का झंडा ऊंचा रहे वैदिक सत्य सनातन धर्म की वैदिक सत्य सनातन धर्म की वैदिक सत्य सनातन धर्म की वैदिक ध्वनि ओम भोजन मंत्र ओम अनपते ननस्य नो देहि यनमिवस्य शुष्मिनः प्रप्रदातारं तारिष ऊर्जन्नो देहि द्विपदे चतुष्पदे ओम शांति 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 वैदिक अभिवादन नमस्ते
Hare